Can you please clap?
I have clap. The clap.
Can you please clap? Now, could you reverse clap?
Rolling.
But it didn't make the sound the other time. How come? Do it properly, thank you.
I can't.
Whoa, you didn't reverse clap. Now reverse come. Mark.
Is a reverse cum just going?
Oh,
Never do that again.
Oh, that's disgusting.
no. We're not keeping that in. Start again. Absolutely not.
What was that?
Guys, welcome to Luke and Lewis. Brought to you
by reverse cum.
Brought to you by your support on Patreon.
So we're keeping that in?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. If you want to support us on Patreon for more of that disgusting behaviour, we've got bonus episodes that go up twice a month. The strip club episode just went up where the boys talk about going to the strippers with their girlfriends together. That's up right now. It's a laugh. Go check it out and you get access to the Discord. Luke, I don't even know what to say.
Hang on. No, I don't want to stay on this, but I also want to know more, and I feel like we need to explain to people what just happened. So, what did you say a reverse cum would be? Did you slurp up the desk?
Yeah, that was it.
Why?
Because
As in the sound. The sound.
No, that's not what you did. You went down on the
You
table.
went down and you were like...
because it's. I like imagine you. I was thinking, imagine you come on the table and you just suck it back up. That's what a reverse cum would be. You'd be.
No, it wouldn't. That'd been.
Why are you coming on tables?
I was just wanted to make the noise.
That wouldn't be that wouldn't be reverse cum. That would be drinking your own cum.
Yeah, that'd be reverse taking a load in the mouth.
This is disgusting.
This is
Certainly
totally
our second
demonetized.
episode.
A reverse
Yeah.
cum will be...
Yeah, that's better. I like that.
Thank you. It's more accurate.
What
Yeah.
if you tried to push it all back in?
Oh, God.
The reverse cum would be it going in your dick and then you just go soft.
That would be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm with Ruben. This sucks.
This is awful.
No, but we're in it now. It's
Can
too
you
late.
watch porn in reverse?
Yes.
I mean, I know you could, but I mean, like on the players on the websites, do they give you an option to watch
think
it back?
that- I reckon that.
I'm not going to download it and chuck it in reverse on Final Cut.
I
Like, I
think
don't.
if you did watch porn in reverse, I think that the ending would be horrible.
Yeah, it'd start like,
It'd
oh,
start-
what's happening?
Yeah, it would start and the girl would have cum on her face.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, this is a bit much.
Yeah.
A bit early, you know? I haven't even started yet. But then I think that that when you move
You'd be about to
past-
come. Why is she putting her clothes back on?
Yeah, I know. I reckon that watching porn
Why is the
first,
plumber leaving?
the start and the end and the start would be horrific, but the middle would be pretty much the same.
Pretty similar.
You know,
Yeah,
like if you're
yeah.
only going like this, you can't really tell if I'm going in reverse or not. You know,
True. Yeah. Well, that's the start of the
wasn't
podcast.
that the plot of Tenet?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Cameron made a whole film about cum.
Christopher Nolan.
Oh, sorry. I just know like guys that make. I associate those two in my head the same because Christopher Nolan films are significantly better, but they both have really loud films.
Yeah.
Films where shit's like for like 2 hours. One is Optimus Prime fighting another robot. Another is usually
It's
Matthew
Michael
McConaughey.
Bay.
Michael Bay.
Who's James Cameron? Oh, is he Lord of the
Titanic.
Avatar, Titanic.
Oh, guys, I don't know my
Peter
directors.
Jackson's Lord of the Rings.
I was thinking of Michael Bay. Because Michael Bay makes very loud films.
I think. Has anyone checked to see if whether or not Christopher Nolan is deaf? Because every single one of his films, I saw Tenet. You couldn't hear a single word of the dialogue. If anything
I heard
other
about
than
this.
just talking was happening, like if they were in a room talking, you could hear it. But if anything was happening, like if there was a breeze, the talking would go from no, you could hear nothing. And for him to like not pick up on that, everyone I've talked to who've seen that film have gone, yeah, it's great, but you just cannot hear anything. Has anyone checked to see if Christopher Nolan is deaf? Because he would have watched it 100 times and gone,
Yeah.
this is perfect. And everyone would have gone, Chris, I can't hear anything. And he would have gone, what?
Me neither. What's your
Yeah,
point?
maybe he's deaf, and so he can't hear anyone's feedback about how horrifically sound mixed his films are. I heard
Maybe
people.
his films are so loud that it's deafened him, and so therefore it is normal. Like
Maybe.
if he's out and about and you're talking to him, he kind of just hears everything at once, really muted.
He must watch Avengers and be like, can't really hear the fighting
Yeah.
very much. Like he must sit there confused at other directors' decisions because he doesn't have cruise ship horns going in the background of every scene.
He's like, oh, this sucks. I would much rather listen to Hans Zimmer than this conversation that's integral to the plot.
I had mates that when saw it in the cinema. I haven't seen the new one, but I heard that you actually couldn't hear necessary dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the music, and not even that, like the ambience.
Oh, yeah.
So like if they were on a
was
street,
horrible.
there'd be like street noise instead of the dialogue.
Instead of dialogue. And then there were some parts that were like literally the most, no spoilers, but the most important part of the film. Some of the characters are wearing masks, like gas masks. And it's the same shit as Bane, where it's just like, and then the main character goes, I know what must be done. And I'm sitting there going, well, I don't. So I guess I'm going to find out what must be done. You know, for the Batman film, that's the only one where Christopher Nolan didn't get his way in terms of audio. You know, they redubbed all of Bane's audio. Every time he speaks, they redubbed it and changed how it sounded because they did test screenings and 100% of the people said, I don't know what the big guy's saying.
They couldn't even work out that his name was Bane. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite Christopher Nolan films.
Yeah. And that's the only one that the DC executives were like, Chris, no one can understand Bane. He's like, I think it's fine. Listen.
Did he do The Dark Knight as well?
Yeah, he did all of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. And he did Inception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his stuff. Okay, I know that one. Who's James Cameron again?
He did Avatar.
Avatar.
Terminator.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen many of his
Terminator.
films at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I was thinking of Michael Bay before when I said that. Michael Bay makes dog shit movies.
Has he done anything other than Transformers?
Don't know. Who cares? They're awesome.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff.
Like robots fighting each other.
Yeah.
They're good movies, though.
They are good. Everyone
are.
trashes them because they're like,
Oh, have you seen like the fifth one
no.
with like Mark Wahlberg?
No,
and
if
stuff?
you ask
hilarious.
If you ask me about any like film franchise and you go, have you seen the fifth one? I'll say no. I stop at 3.
Okay, well, Star Wars, Harry Potter are the only actual exceptions. Can't think of any other franchises. Oh, I rate, and this is because I'm human garbage, but I rate Fast and Furious films from 1 all the way to 8 or 9 or whatever the fuck they're up
I stopped
to.
at Tokyo Drift. I saw Tokyo Drift and I was like, it can't get better.
Controversial opinion, least favorite one. What? Yeah, because it wasn't the one actually to do with the story.
Yeah, it was just like
It's just a movie about car
a
racing.
bunch of Asian dudes like driving like with the amount of skill that you could only attain.
Didn't like
by
the main
applying
guy's
an Asian
acting.
work ethic.
Sure.
You know, they applied an Asian work ethic to burnouts.
To hooning.
Look where it got it.
That's true. Their parents would have been proud or disappointed?
Very disappointed.
Proud of the hustle.
Yeah.
Disappointed at...
They would have gone, you took all of the study habits I forced into your fucking brain.
Yeah.
That was for calculus, not burnouts. And he goes, sorry, Mum. I'm fast and my parents are furious.
Yeah. But nah, I like the Dom Toretto storyline.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Vin Diesel's character.
Oh, right.
The Toretto family is what it's about. We've already plugged the Patreon.
Have you?
Yeah,
we
we
did that
started
right
at
at
the
the
start.
Didn't you ask me to tell you to do it straight after the first thing, though?
But we did it the
But we
first
did it
thing.
the first
So
thing.
sorry,
Okay,
Keelan
well,
just held up a little
you guys
sign.
did
You were
tell
thinking
me.
about slurping up cum.
You guys did tell me to do it again straight
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the first thing.
Yeah.
That's okay. Guys, we're back to it.
Keelan-
Support us on Patreon.
Sorry, just the people wouldn't have realized what happened. Keelan just held up a sign that said Patreon plug on it. And we actually were talking about...
You did tell me to do
You were
that.
laughing about reverse cum.
Just
We did it.
just before we get into the content, can we make a note to get Keelan some WD-40 on that chair? Have you noticed that? No,
It's
it's
not
fine there.
squeaking now.
Do
It is
a
noisy
twist. Do a
sometimes.
swivel.
Didn't make any noise when you needed it to, did it?
God damn.
Guys like
Yours is
Christopher
pretty
Nolan
noisy.
probably dead.
No, mine's fine.
A bit noisy. Yours is much noisier than Keelan's.
Keelan.
Oh,
There
here
we
we
go.
go.
There we go.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not.
that's
It's
bad.
not my fault.
We need
No, I'm not saying
WD-40.
it's your fault.
No,
I'm
it's-
saying-
You literally sound like a Christopher Nolan film over there. It's infuriating. No one can hear us while you move.
Guys, I want to move away from all of this comedy and talk about something very serious and very sad. The
that sucks.
many multi-millionaire tennis players, unfortunately, were struck with a big tragedy this week when all of these mega millionaire guys, unfortunately, had to stay in a nice hotel for 2 weeks.
Oh.
And it's very sad. Don't laugh,
Sorry.
because, you know, have you ever stayed in a nice hotel for 2 weeks?
No, I haven't.
So you wouldn't know what it's like. It's terrible. Have you seen them all on Instagram complaining? It's
Yeah.
horrific. You know,
Ruben, you're not picturing it. They have to get every single meal hand delivered to their door.
Yeah, that sounds like. I mean, it sounds alright.
No, I don't think you're appreciating
Do they
this.
get whatever they want, or
Yeah, they
They
get.
can only choose whatever's on their extensive menu.
right? I see.
Pretty limited.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had room service before?
No.
You wouldn't understand that is hell. That's awful. Having gourmet food sent to your hotel room, where you're getting paid millions of dollars to wear Nike socks, right? That's bad. Hanging out in a hotel room with your 10 out of 10 girlfriend with nothing to do other than fuck and eat, awful.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from now. I apologize.
Yeah.
That sounds
And
horrible.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Bernard Tomic.
Sorry, Bernard.
He's doing it tough and he needs your help.
Blame the government as well, because there's been a lot of people throwing around the phrases in the media like holding them hostage, which we are.
We are. It's bad. You know, a lot of these people that are holding them in hotels, they think that coronavirus will actually infect rich people. Everyone knows that doesn't happen. If you have money, you know, coronavirus, the reason why it got around the world so quickly, it actually got into the banking system. And it evaluates your net worth before it decides whether or not to infect you.
That's why I think it's crazy how people underestimate this virus. I'm like, it's so much more intelligent than we know.
Well, that's why all those TikTok
It's literally
kids-
running algorithms of are you better than 99% of people?
Yeah.
Yes, no. And if it's yes,
Yeah.
it just leaves and fucks on the
Rich
other
people can't get the
99%.
virus. They can't. That's why all those TikTok kids in LA, they're always having house parties, no mask, no social distancing.
Yeah.
Because they've all got money, and people with money cannot get the virus. It's science.
Yep. Look it up.
And I really wanted to talk about a casualty. You know, obviously, we've been losing a lot of people due to coronavirus, but also to the quarantine. And tragedy has struck again. This is Bernard Tomic's OnlyFans model girlfriend talking about some terrible things that have been happening during their hotel quarantine.
No.
Just a warning, it's graphic.
This is the worst part of quarantine. I don't wash my own hair. I've never washed my own hair. It's just not something that I do. I normally have hairdressers that do it twice a week for me. So this is the situation that we're dealing with.
Poor girl.
She has to wash her own hair in a luxury hotel. Let her out!
This has to stop.
We need to free her.
Yep.
You know? No wonder the suicide rates are spiking. People have to wash their own hair.
Although, you know, I do feel for her, like in a genuine way. I'd fucking hate to hang out with Bernard Tomic for 2 weeks as well.
This is a good
Fuck
debate.
that.
This is a good debate. Who do you think would be more insufferable to hang out with? Bernard Tomic or Bernard Tomic's girlfriend?
Yeah. Ask the hairdresser. She's hanging out with her twice a week.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Bernard pays for it. So.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny that that's what these people are complaining about. It's like, hey, dude.
Bro, my girlfriend has to wash her hair. It's fucked.
Oh, man.
Why does he sound like he's born in Australia, right? He's not like,
He sounds like...
he's second generation
I'm
Greek
not
or
sure.
Italian? What is he?
I'm not sure. I think he's a robot.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's
Why
an
does he
android. He was
sound
built
like
in
he's
Australia.
first generation Greek or Italian?
I think
He's
that...
German born.
Yeah, German.
What?
Yeah, that's he gives off the
He
I was
sounds
just
like he
gonna
was
say-
born on Sydney Road in the back of a kebab shop.
No, I was
Are you
getting
thinking
German
about
vibes
Curios?
from him.
No, have you heard
Curios has a
Tomic talk?
personality.
Yeah, okay.
Kyrgios has a personality.
Tomic talks like his brain is light. Like there's not a lot of density.
No, I think
there.
he talks like a calculator. You know?
Do you reckon?
Like if a calculator had a personality, it'd be Bernard Tomic. I think that Bernard Tomic, he's the parts that make up his body were like made in Germany, but it was assembled in Australia.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah,
You know when
like-
you get that air conditioner that says "made here,
Yeah.
assembled in Australia."
It's just like a shitty Volkswagen, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. It's got
Made
no
in
personality.
Germany, but
Yeah.
really.
So I was reading about them in quarantine. This makes perfect sense for Bernard. They've been talking about what they've been doing. His OnlyFans girlfriend has been like shooting porn, basically. That's how she's been passing the time. He's been playing World of Warcraft 13 hours a day. King.
Does he not play tennis anymore?
What
That's
do you
why
mean?
he's in
That's
quarantine.
why he's there.
But can't they train? I thought they were training during the quarantine.
don't
Because they
think-
can still leave to
I
their
think-
training centers.
I think some of them cannot leave their rooms.
Oh, okay.
Because some of the planes they came on, there was like COVID cases on the plane. So if you were on the COVID plane, you can't leave your hotel at all.
just to
Which
give
is
the
the right
other
call.
side of the thing, they shouldn't be complaining. You are correct.
Mm.
However, that is awful preparation.
It would be awful.
It's kind of like, what's our biggest event of the year? The comedy festival, right?
Yeah.
If we're not allowed to do gigs
Well, that
for
did
2
happen.
weeks, no, but 2 weeks beforehand,
Yeah.
and then we're expected to go on and perform to our best ability
Yeah.
for a month straight, which is quite literally what they're
Yes.
doing. We'd be like, oh, this is bullshit.
Mm.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But also, I'm sure we'd be like, well, we never get to stay in nice hotels, so this is fucking great.
Yeah, it would be good, you know.
Yeah.
I saw of one snap she was
You can
complaining.
still do some exercises, but yeah, I guess it's a skill-based sport.
One thing she was complaining they had that the beds were 2 single beds pushed together, and I thought, fuck, that looks nice. You know, like some of the holes that you and I have stayed in.
Yeah.
Like 2 beds, living the life.
I wouldn't even be mad about that. Like when you're sleeping, you know, Megan and I sleep on a double bed, not even a queen, because when I bought my bed, it was too. My bedroom was too small at the time to
Yeah.
fit a queen properly with furniture and stuff around
Yeah.
it. So we still haven't even got a queen bed. I'd fucking love to just put 2 singles together and get like a good 9 hours
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah, if she
Instead of
she
being
tries to
fucking
cuddle you,
rolled
she
on.
just hits the floor.
Yeah, like just during the night, she might be like, oh, boom. And I'm like, bang, hey.
Yeah.
I'm always playing fucking D all night. Always on the defensive, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like in my corner, and she obviously, because she's female, just spreads her shit, dude. Starfishes
Yeah.
the fucking bed.
Dude, that girlfriends do that. Jazz every night. Every night. It's not
Yeah.
sometimes. Every night she goes, "You're on my side of the bed," and I will just go, "Oh,
No, I'm
sorry."
on the bed, and that's what you have a problem with.
I'll go, "Oh, sorry," and then I'll move over, and then I'll almost fall out. I'm not on her side. She thinks her side of the bed is the 2/3 of the bed.
Yeah.
I get 1/3. Jazz gets 2/3, and she's like, "Oh, this is my half." I'm like, "That's not a half."
To be fair, you can fit quite easy. Like I imagine you sleep like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. Like I don't know if you remember that show, but he used to. The only thing I really remember from it was the bad writing, and also how he just sleeps like he's in a coffin.
I think that is
I
how
reckon you sleep like Dracula.
I think that is how I sleep after I do that sleep study where they've told me that I stop breathing 42 times an hour. I literally sleep like I'm dead.
To conserve energy,
I don't
you
even
have to
breathe.
be a vampire.
Yeah, I just sleep completely straight on my back and I go the whole time.
Choke yourself out all night with your tongue.
That is how it is. So, you know, thoughts and prayers out to those multimillionaires doing it tough in the nice hotels. Sorry about that, guys.
Yep. Lewis, the other night when we were out on the town,
Yep.
we were in a bar and
Is pre or post rippers?
pre,
Yep.
because I remember it. We when you're pissing at the urinal, there's often like advertising, usually about men's health or something like that.
It's always sad advertising.
Sad advertising, gambling, and this one was drink driving or men's health.
I think there are
top
two.
three.
There are 2 moments in a man's life that happen frequently. The only 2 times when a man is truly, truly thinking clearly is straight after they've come and while they're pissing.
Or in the shower.
Yeah, or the shower. But sometimes you piss and come in there. So
Sometimes So it's not 100% of the time you're not thinking clearly.
I'd say those are the only two times. A lot of cum chat this episode, sorry, but that's the only two times is post nut clarity and mid piss clarity.
Hang on.
Yes.
Hang on. Do you think if you had a cum, then a piss, and then all in the same shower, you'd be thinking 300% clearly?
Yeah, it'd be like that movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper where he unlocks 100% of his brain.
Yeah, if you piss cum in the shower.
Yeah, and if you did a shit before the shower, you'd be like, I've unlocked something.
I think that's why humanity hasn't achieved world peace, is because when we're in the shower, you can't write stuff down.
Yeah.
You know, when you have all those great ideas in the shower, if you piss cum,
you know what they need to do? We need to have a UN meeting where everyone takes a shit beforehand.
Yeah.
They get jacked off, so we get a few hookers in there or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we get them all to piss, and then we go, now figure it out. And China will be like, you know what, guys? You're not all that bad.
You know what? I think this must be why prisons make everyone shower together, because that's how you get rehabilitated, is if you wee in the shower with the boys, you'll realize maybe this isn't the answer.
Maybe. A lot of bad shit, I think, happens in prison showers, though.
Bit
So
of
I
rape.
don't think that's a great place for clarity.
Maybe our theory's off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That wasn't, this was a really bad example.
Yeah, really bad example. Bit of rape there.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm taking a piss.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, though, not really thinking that clearly, because
Yeah.
I'd probably had about 10
foggy.
beers.
Yeah.
But this was a drink driving ad. And you see them often.
Or just a photo. Yeah.
Yep, they're running a new campaign. And the campaign is things that don't go together.
Yeah.
And there's a long list. The first thing in the list,
Whites and
no, only when washing.
yeah.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
Me?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same.
Okay, good. Well, as long as we're on the same page.
I love washing.
Things that don't go together.
love a
That
bit of
comment
cleansing.
and YouTube monetization.
No,
Yeah. For example.
Yeah.
Socks, sandals is the first thing on the list.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Not. That's changing.
Sure.
I still think that, but there are a lot of people that it's not sandals. It's
thongs.
slides. People wear slides and socks, and that seems
Yeah.
to be fine.
I wear slides and socks all the time, and I get made fun of for it.
It usually, it used to be like a dad thing. No one really wears sandals. Ruben's the only person I know, except for my dad, that wears sandals.
Yeah, sandals are out. There's so
No.
many better types of like.
They're not.
open
They're
shoe.
kind of in amongst guys. Yeah.
I think they're just in, but in different crowds. that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys go
different
around
crowds.
in.
Like
All
if
my
you go
friends
to a
wear
winery
sandals.
and look at what like a 35-year-old man who's probably going to audition for The Bachelorette is wearing.
I'm talking thongs.
No, I meant sandals.
Oh, like-
brown leather.
those are in.
Like a
those are
Birkenstock.
kind of
Like
in.
Birkenstocks. Yeah, those are in. Yeah.
But anyways,
Lame, but in.
but I even at this point,
Dorky, but in.
I'm reading it, pissing, going like, okay,
Embarrassing to wear if you're a man, but they are in.
you shouldn't.
Yeah, but they're
Wow.
in. They're in for now.
All right, well, we'll see. Mark my words.
Yeah.
guys.
Well, hopefully I won't
They're,
see.
they're not
you
going to get
in
more
Birkenstocks.
trendy.
No, you're
I'm
right.
not.
They're-
I'm
they're
not
probably
predicting a
peak trend.
spike in Birkenstock trendiness.
Pause. Have you ever performed in Birkenstocks?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I have
Quit.
actually.
Oh, man. Quit.
It was a hot
Quit.
summer's day.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, mate.
Were your
quit.
feet hot?
I'm not
Yes.
even okay with shorts on stage, which I've seen you do,
Yeah.
and I am going to talk to you about that. Strike
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Strike two. Birkenstocks.
I-
You only get 3
wait.
strikes, mate. And then you have
So
to
I
quit
swear to
comment.
God, if you wear a fedora, if one time I rock up to a gig and you're dressed like Indiana Jones, you're out.
I'm not wearing hats. I think you're right. I shouldn't wear sandals on stage. I feel like I've only done it once.
Yeah.
Shorts
Lewis
are
is a
fine.
cap man on the stage. He wears caps.
I don't mind a cap.
What's wrong
Only
with
when I'm
shorts
working
on
on new
stage?
material for some reason. I'll never wear a cap if I'm going up to like do something I know is going to crush. If I'm working on stuff, I like a cap. I had no idea why. Thinking
Scars.
caps.
Yes, people don't have to see your face.
Yeah.
Because I'm so
Your lip
famous that I
trembles.
can't risk someone seeing me do a joke that goes okay.
That's never happened at a gig before.
Yeah, I've never done just okay. I only smash. Boom! Yeah, keep going.
No, as in you've never been famous or popular. I think you knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. So socks and sandals, I was like, okay, cool. Stereotypically, sure, they don't go together. This one, toothpaste and orange juice is the only one I strongly agree with.
100% on that. Yeah, they don't go
Don't brush
together.
your teeth and then have an OJ. Ugh,
Yeah.
gross. This one, meat pie and salad. I had that for dinner like last week. It's not that weird, is it?
Yeah, it is.
No,
you don't need a meat pie with
I think
salad.
that's fine. Luke
Mate,
had it.
some of us like to shit. I know you don't
No.
understand the concept of eating fucking greens, but but I don't just want to have pastry and beef and then go, oh, call that a dinner.
I think, Keelan, the key point
is
that
weird.
The thing that we need to remember
It
in
is a
this
bit
discussion,
odd.
What we need to remember is this is a drink driving ad, so these need to be like not debatable at all. Like if Luke can go, oh, I do it, and you go, no, it shouldn't be on the ad, because if you brought up drink driving and I went, oh, I think it's fine sometimes.
yeah.
That's what it is.
But
right?
I think people would agree with me. Like, it's not crazy
Nah.
to add on a salad. Like, I wouldn't get it from I know servos aren't selling the meat pie and salad combo, but at home, particularly with those larger meat pies, like a family size one that you might divide between 4 of you.
Yeah.
I've used to have that for dinner all the time.
I thought you meant like a Mrs. Max.
I did do that actually,
Ah.
and it was a little odd.
Are you eating Mrs. Max at home?
What
What's going on? You all right?
do you mean?
Mrs. Max pie.
I
It's
don't
like
know what
servo
brand
pies.
it was.
Oh,
But like, you know,
yeah,
like,
that's like a 4. That's like having a 4 and 20 at home on a plate.
I love 4 and 20 pies. They're my favorite brand of pies.
You are a divorced dad.
yeah,
You are.
I love it.
You're a single father.
Meg tries to get like the good ones
Yeah.
from like the supermarket. They're like, ooh, chunky beef and gravy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, can you get the 4 and 20 ones? Because we worked at a golf club for 5 years and I just love them.
You're a single father. You're like a dad that sees the kids just enough.
Yeah.
That's
Only
how
on
you live.
weekends. I'm the
Yeah.
Disney dad.
Weekends, because you're just living life Monday, Friday.
I'm living, having fucking 4 and 20s and enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
And the kids are more of a chore.
Anyway, the next one. So this is quite a long list. So it's like a lot to get to the point, which I'm thinking like this is too many examples of things that don't do
go
3.
bang, bang, drink driving.
It should be like the rule of 3, which is like in comedy. 2, like if you list stuff, you go serious, and then either point or punchline.
Yeah.
And in this case, point.
Yeah.
But there's like 10. Next one, kale and milk.
I mean,
Who the fuck is putting kale with milk anyway? That was never even up for debate.
yeah, like that's like orange and toothpaste is something that a lot of people have discovered accidentally and gone, oh, never do that again. No one's ever like I would say a lot of people who have kale don't have milk ever. Like in their life.
Because they're often, a lot of people who eat kale are vegan.
Is that what they're saying?
I don't know. Anyway, salt wounds, yes, that one. Salt in wounds is bad, but also salt water, great for wounds. So again, also kind of up for debate.
Also a bit violent, that one.
But I guess it's like a saying, like don't rub salt into the wound.
Yeah,
Sure, it's
I
another
guess. I mean,
stereotype.
that's the only one that's not really up for debate.
This one
Yeah.
rubbed me the wrong way. Denim and shorts.
On the fence here.
I don't even have denim shorts. I have fake denim shorts. They're not actually real denim.
Why?
I don't know, because denim
You
isn't
were
that
like, I'm gonna
comfortable.
get some denim, but I don't want it to be denim.
Well, they're just cotton. Oh, it's
Yeah.
man, it's would have got it from like osmosis or City
isn't
Beach.
denim made from cotton though? Doesn't it just
Probably.
mean you've got some shit denim?
Yeah, it is. But
Because everything you buy.
but I
is
don't have
just-
a problem with denim shorts.
Yeah,
they're
I
called jorts apparently.
I
people are
kind of
saying.
do. I
Jean
kind of do.
shorts.
I don't like him. Zach Wilde has a pair
But
of
they
denim
don't look
shorts.
bad
and-
on him.
Oh, yes, they do. He needs to just wear shorts, bro. Why denim?
Yeah, but you're just
shorts?
thinking it's shorts. Like you're a bad person to talk about this with. I put this on my story, and this was the reason. Was like this was the one I got. This was the one that pissed me off. I got so many messages going, "Yeah, what the fuck?" Like I
About
wear
denim
denim.
shorts?
Yeah, people are like,
Were
I
they
wear
from
denim
girls?
shorts.
Girls
No,
could do it.
dudes.
Who's wearing denim shorts?
Like heaps of dudes.
I don't see them very often. When I do, it's Zach Wilde, and I go, get them off.
No, I got mates who wear denim shorts. You just like they're just shorts.
I guess.
They're not. It's just so stupid. And then
The idea that this is up for debate ruins this advertisement.
And then whatever. There's a couple more examples. Then it gets down and it goes drinking and driving. And all I'm thinking at this point is going, with that logic, I've had 10 beers. I could fucking drive right now.
Yeah.
It's the worst ad of all time. I almost stepped in a car because I read this.
A lot of those things are completely fine.
Yeah.
Which makes you think, oh, well, if you know, drink driving's up there with denim shorts, like,
I wear denim shorts all the time. I love meat pie and salad.
Yeah, like
I'm going to kill a stranger with my car.
That ad makes it sound like at worst, drink driving is debatable. Like, some people do it, some people don't. It's kind of up to you.
It's a terrible ad. The other one's about IT departments and IT issues, which is just lazy writing. It was like they couldn't think of any other things.
Maybe Caitlyn Jenner saw that ad.
Yeah. She did kill someone
In her car.
with her car. Yeah. I thought you were like, I was like, does she work in IT? I was like, what the fuck?
No, she's too old to work out a computer. Can't even work out a car.
And this one, they're just trying to be relevant, wearing pants and video calls. It's like a Facebook mum joke.
Yeah.
Buddy, how good's working from home? I don't have to wear pants. Nice.
Shit ad.
Yep. Lewis,
Mm-hmm.
you went to the park. That's the next thing on the list.
Can you sound a bit more excited?
Sorry, we
about
just
it?
had a natural lull. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right, we've reset the momentum. Let's go.
Great. Guys, support us on Patreon. We don't have a sponsor at the moment. We're looking for a sponsor. If you'd like to sponsor the show, seriously, if you are a business that wants some advertising, we'd love to plug you. Email us, lukeandlewis5@gmail.com.
That's how we found out about
Angel
Grove,
Mhm.
our last sponsor last
Yep.
year. So,
Reach out. It's real. Space is there.
and I think it went quite well.
Yep. I think it did as well. So until then, our sponsor is you. Patreon. Join us on Patreon. We got a Discord server. We jumped up a bunch of people this year. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're almost at 400 people currently.
Yep.
Partly due to the horniness of our fans. Because
Wanting to know what it's like to go to the strippers with your girlfriend and all your mates.
yeah, and it's shocking that. I like that it's almost a good investment because if you were thinking about going to a strip club with your girlfriend and you weren't willing to A, lose her and B, lose $200, just pay $5, find out what it's like, get
Listen
a
to it
teaser.
with her.
Sure, and see if she's like into the idea, and that way you might save yourself a lot of money in the long run if she's not.
Yeah, save a girlfriend and some cash.
Yeah.
So check that out. It's a great episode, and there's also a massive backlog of Patreon exclusive episodes, and we got a Discord server. Let's try and hit 500.
That's our goal, to get
Yeah.
500 people on the Luke and Lewis Patreon, and there's also a Discord for the community there as well, which we jump in, just fucking
Heaps of
argue with
benefits.
people and whatever.
And with shows,
That's what Discords are for, by the way.
with live shows coming back, early access to tickets as well.
Yes.
So that's a thing. Patreon. So I was at the park. I normally go on weekdays in the morning, feed the ducks. I've stopped going for a while because the two ducks that were there are gone. I think that some family who was doing it tough during quarantine has eaten those ducks. Because I did research, 2 white ducks, I did research on the species. They don't fly, they do not migrate, and when they found a spot they like, they stay. One day I got there, one was gone, and then there was just one there for like weeks, and then one day it was gone.
It's likely because a lot of Frankston locals, just from being here twice a week, do have a lot of characteristics similar to a fox, including eating ducks on the regular.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, they're sneaky. I don't trust them. A lot of them, they're foreign. You know, they are.
Well, they are literally.
My dad
Peking ducks.
thinks that we don't have room for them, foxes and people who live in Frankston.
Yeah.
Um,
They're animals.
They're animals. Yeah, there's a lot of things they have in common.
Yeah, and the ducks I'm talking about.
Keelan's sitting here going, "You're literally shitting on all my friends and family." And me.
Well, they're picking ducks. That's what they were. So, like, if out of all of the ducks that are there, if you are a bit hungry, that's the one to grab for lunch.
I have a funny story about someone in Frankston.
They're about to be like, I have a funny story about eating a duck.
My girlfriend's dad once told me a story, not the park you go to, but a different Frankston park, that back in the 60s, he and his mates got a car and just stole all the ducks.
What did they do with it?
Where'd they go?
I think for a couple of days they just had them at their place. And then the news was like, went crazy. Like, where are all the ducks? What's happened to all these ducks? And then one night they just returned all the ducks back to the park.
And they're all fine? That's a good one. Yeah, that is pretty good. That's very funny.
They kind of just relocated the ducks temporarily.
What a mystery that would be. Because if that happened to my park, I would be going every day going, where the fuck did all of them go?
He told me
the ducks.
He told me that story maybe 3 years ago, and I drive past that park every day and think about it every day.
Is that your dad?
My girlfriend's dad.
Girlfriend's dad. I love dads when you hit 20 something, dads start telling you fuck shit they got up to. Because if they told you, if he told you that, if that was your dad, if he told you that when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, you might go, if dad did it, I should do some crazy shit. When I started hit like 24, dad started just dropping some shit that he got up to, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad does the same to me all the time. I'm not going to say too much. Yeah, I'll tell one. There was like this, it's not that bad. That's
You know,
why.
I want to hear the listeners' stories. If your dad...
Yeah. What's your dad done?
Yeah.
Send us an email.
Or your mum, has your dad or mum told you like a crazy story of what they got up to when they were young? We want to hear it.
We were having a couple of beers over
LukeandLewis5@gmail.com, by the way, is the email.
It was around the fire. My dad
Yeah.
invited around all his high school mates. And he's like, do you want to come over and have a beer with us? And I was like, fuck yes. Because I knew that they would all just like get talking about the good old days. And I'd just be in the corner getting some dirt.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So my brother and I went there. They were like telling these stories. This was, I'll tell a 7 because I don't want to drop a 9. And
I've got a 10.
yeah, good.
I'll drop a 10.
Dad was on a cruise back in the day, and I now, I guess, understand where I get my weekend vibes from. He's told the story in the past. I always knew that was the story of like he threw up on someone on a cruise, and I never knew to the extent. I just thought it must have been like passing by them in a corridor. He just vomited on a stranger. I'm like, fuck, dude, who hasn't? I mean, actually, me. I've never done that. But it's
animal behavior. Ruben, you didn't put your hand up.
Sorry, there it is.
but it does seem. Oh no, I have. I vomited on my ex-girlfriend in her hair. The first time I drank.
That's not a stranger though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You know it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Encouraged.
It didn't go down well.
No.
It wasn't encouraged. But turns out he was like, had a bit much to drink and was on a boat. So he was feeling sick, threw up over the side of the cruise ship. There was a couple below having their like romantic Titanic moment, looking out on the sea with his arm around her, straight on their head.
Oh, no.
So it gets worse, straight on the girl's head.
Yeah.
And then the guy looks up to check what's come. And then the second wave of mud hit the guy square in the face.
You got a face full.
Yeah, so that was a good one that came out.
That's
but again,
awful.
from a long time ago.
That is awful. I've got one. This is a crazy. This one they didn't tell me till I was only a couple of years ago, like 24, 25. My dad, I've always grown up and he's loved like gardening, growing stuff, fruits, vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Before children, he used to grow some other things, and he had a little market stall and a few customers, and then one day the police tried to buy some. He didn't realize, and the house was raided.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they took all of his gardening supplies.
Really? He's really into, because I know your dad and he's very into gardening.
Well, not anymore. He's into the food gardening stuff.
Yes.
Not the other shit anymore. But I think from that moment he moved on to growing tomatoes instead.
Yeah,
and that blew my fucking mind. I was like, "You got raided, Dad?" He goes, "Oh, it's a long time ago. It doesn't happen anymore."
Time heals all wounds, but it doesn't really change your criminal record, does it?
No, it doesn't. So that was a good one. So let us know what your parents have done. Email us, lukeandlewis5@gmail.com. Can you beat that story?
Did you tell your park story?
Oh, no. So I didn't, right? So I went there on the weekend, and I normally avoid going there on the weekend because there's just heaps of kids, and it's just not, if you're like a grown man, it's just not good to be at a park by yourself when there's lots of kids around. Girls can do it, guys can't.
What are you doing at the park?
Nothing, but it's like it's when it's full of, on the weekend there is like mostly only children and parents.
Why do you go there by yourself again? What are you doing there?
I feed the ducks.
That's not that weird.
I
You're
leave my
there
phone.
for a reason.
Okay, no, but it wasn't that weird until, right? So I'm sitting on the spot and I'm feeding the ducks, and then I've been there for a while. This whole children's party was obviously happening at a different area. It's huge, different area of the park, and then all these other kids start coming over with like popcorn bags full of food for the ducks. It must have been part of the party, but they'd already done that. Only a few came over with no parents. And I'm feeding the ducks with shit that I brought in the Tupperware container. And they come up to me asking me to fill their bags. And I'm like, yeah, fill their bags, and then they just don't leave me alone. They start feeding the ducks with me, and then these parents come over.
To the kids?
No, because I'm like, I don't want to be like, hey, kiddies.
No, just
I'm doing the bare minimum chat. They talk,
it's
I
not
respond.
weird to be like, hey, mate, like, oh, feeding the duck. Like, it's not weird. As long as you're not touching them.
I'm sitting there with blue hair on a rock with no parents around with these two kids that are not mine that have come up to me, but the parents haven't seen that. All black.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The parents come over.
Don't they teach stranger danger? You're like the poster boy for don't speak to that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You would think not, but they wanted the food I was feeding the ducks.
Yeah.
So I gave them some, thinking they would fuck off and feed somewhere else. But all the ducks were with me, so I just had these two, one boy, one girl, different families, and these parents come over and they're like, they give me the look like, you all right? Have you? Because from their point of view, it may have looked like I was like, come on, kiddies, let's feed the ducks together.
Yeah,
that's
you
the
probably
thing.
overthought
I've got a
it.
puppy in my van. I don't think I'm overthinking it because of the look I got from the parents. And I looked at the parents like, I didn't call them over. And the parents came over and sussed me out. But I felt, it was for a good 10 minutes I was alone with the kids.
A lot more threatening. Like, if that happened to me, and I would just be like, oh, I'd probably try and finish up a little quicker. Like, of what I had, I'd be like, oh, let's just make the ducks fat and I'll leave.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it would be that weird.
I think it was because it had been like...
I'd probably just chat to the parents. Like,
no,
hey,
they
go,
weren't
mate.
around. That's what made it
Yeah,
weird.
but when they came over, I'd be like, hey, go, mate.
I did that. But there was like 5-10 minutes where the parents were going, where's my child? And then they would have gone, oh, he's been with this man for like 10 minutes. What's going on? So
yeah, that's fair.
I'm on a list.
You and Keelan, I heard rumors before the show that there was a new segment being launched today the show.
Oh, yes.
And I'm pretty excited about it.
So we've been thinking this year, Luke and I, we've talked about it as a team together. We really want to we love the segments where you guys email in, but we really miss phoners from the radio. But obviously we can't have you guys call us because we're obviously not live. But what we were thinking of doing, Luke and I wanted to do, is we really would like the idea of you guys sending us video. And we were thinking of segments to come up with for you guys to send us
It's kind of like emailing, but you just like shoot us in you still email the video to us, but it's like instead of us reading out your email, you just like record yourself going, hey boys, blah, blah, blah. And that way you guys get to be on the people who we pick, who we find funny or interesting. They get to be on the podcast. Yeah. It's a little more interactive than us just going, this one's from Matt, and then reading it.
So I think the best practice for this, to make it easy for you guys to get on, is send us your video via email, but also write in the email what the video is, just so that we don't have a bunch of like videos that have no context at all that we have to watch all the way through.
Explain like really briefly in one sentence or the subject of the email.
It's for this segment, it's blah, blah, blah. I mean, you can do that for the story for your parents. Just say, my dad beat up a guy and then send us the video telling us the story.
Try and keep your videos to, between 30 and 45 seconds. Like under 45 seconds, as short as possible. Because we're not going to play
if it's
a 2-minute video
if it's
on the
over
show.
a minute, we're not playing.
We're not playing.
No one wants to sit there and do that. Well, I actually, Keel and I, we actually floated a segment to the fans. And we've had a bunch of fans send in some videos for this new segment that is as of yet unnamed, but I think is going to absolutely go off. So let's just play.
I just feel like I'm now suspicious because like I wasn't across this, so I feel like the segment might be
the fans are all over
at my detriment.
No,
and that's what I worry about.
No, it's not at your detriment at all. But this segment is going to go off, and we would love to get your video submissions for this segment, which we will name today.
Yep.
But we've got this one in first from this fellow.
Do I need to know what the segment's called before you?
I think you'll get a handle of it pretty quick. All right, Here we go. Hey boys, love the show. My name's Michael. I'm from Sydney. I work at Bunnings, and I was just thinking, you guys know Dave Hughes, right?
Heard of him.
Well, if Dave Hughes ran a church and he converted the church into a nightclub, do you reckon they'd call him Rave Pews?
I reckon.
I think they would. I think they would. Do you reckon they call him Rave Pews?
We're doing this on the show now.
Yeah.
So this has made the show.
The fans have been sending us videos all week about this.
Really? Because that guy looked a lot like you.
No, he doesn't.
He sounded a bit like you as well.
He sounds like me, but that's
All right,
just
have
the
you
same
got the other
accent.
fan
Yeah, I've got
submissions?
another fan submission
good.
here for the segment. This is a good one.
I swear to God, if this guy looks really
Hey,
similar
Luke,
to
hey,
Keelan.
Lewis. My name's
Hey, mate.
Ben. First time, long time.
Hey, Ben.
Was just thinking. You guys know Nick Cody?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Comedian.
Well, imagine he was Year 12 sports captain and he was picking people for the football team.
Yep.
Do you think he would pick Brody?
Oh, yes. He would.
I think he would. Yeah, I reckon he would.
He
That's
definitely
true.
would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, that's the new segment. Send us in your celebs and their names, and we'd love to hear your videos. It's the brand new segment. Now we just have to name it, come up with an opener, and it'll happen very often. What do you think, Luke?
Have you
fans are
got an
loving it.
opener?
No?
It has to rhyme, the opener. What rhymes with name?
Well, we've already got name
Already got
game.
name game.
We can't do that. It's a bit of a game, but not really. I would say
Uh,
it's like
rhymes
word-
with rhyme. Rhyme time? Nah, that sucks. Yeah, we'll think about it.
Comment below. Sound off below in the comment section.
Well,
actually give
Keelan
us
and
our
I were doing this on his video the other day,
Yeah.
and
I've done it with Lewis on a video before.
yeah, I actually I was telling
love it.
Keelan
Yeah.
if our old tour manager
Yeah.
Zach Wild,
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
yeah,
I know
if
the guy.
if he wanted to contact Lightning McQueen's mode of transport,
Yeah.
he'd be Mac dialed,
He would.
wouldn't he? He
Hey,
would.
Luke, you know Tom Hanks?
Yeah, familiar with his work.
You've heard of him?
Yeah, he's in the Polar Express.
Saving Private Ryan. Yeah.
Captain Phillips.
Yeah, Captain Phillips. Yeah, I'm the captain. Yeah. If he was in the army, if he was a grenadier
Also
in the
in
army,
Sully. Yeah.
he has lots of explosives in that.
Forrest Gump.
And they were ambushing another regiment, from the side or something. Do you reckon he would bomb flanks?
He really would.
Hey, you guys know Tommy Little?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah,
Yeah,
comedian
yeah,
guy
yeah,
on
Tommy-
radio.
Is
Tommy,
he
Harry
related
Tommy.
to Stuart at all?
No, he does radio with Carrie Bickmore.
Carrie and
Big
Tommy.
Moore's mate. Yeah, I know him. Yeah. You got
yeah.
me. I'm
Not
interested.
related to the mouse?
No, I don't think so.
If he
That's the same
lived
last
in
name.
China
Yeah.
and he didn't eat very much, would he be Tommy Brittle?
Yeah, I reckon he would. Yeah, I think he would. Yeah.
Ah, that's going to be a great segment.
I think this is going to be a banger segment. Send him in.
Our show sucks.
Oh, it's great. Send him in. Under 30 seconds. Tell
Mate,
us your name, where you're from.
if you
Get
can't-
into it.
If you can't do that in under 30 seconds, you have a problem. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
No.
Tell me what you think of this.
Yeah.
It's only a small change, but I think the original version of this thing that we were doing was you would say, what do you call blank? Which I think simplifies the game and it shortens it a bit.
Yeah, but I like saying,
Yeah.
Dave Hughes. And then
Yeah.
you go,
Yeah.
I've heard of
Okay.
him. Yeah, he's
All right,
on
okay.
radio. I like that. That's almost the fun bit.
Yeah.
But I do like that. That could go in the name somewhere. We'll do a bit of a brainstorm. Sound off in the comment
why
section.
can't we call
below.
it Do You Know?
Do you know? Yeah, yeah.
Do you know?
You guys
Do you
know-
have any? Do you have any?
I'll bring something to the table next time.
Okay.
It'll be the
Great.
best one ever.
You can't think of a rhyme with any name in the world off the top of your
I
head.
just don't want to
Go
show
on,
you
mate.
guys up.
Flex your improv.
I really.
I did Tom Hanks on the fly, mate.
Okay.
Lewis and I were brainstorming for 40 minutes on the drive home yesterday from the city.
We came up with
40 minutes.
heaps. Yeah. And thanks to those two fans who sent in the videos. We appreciate it. Speaking of the sound off section, that still our first episode of the year came up. So this is months after this was originally introduced to the show, and it was just a throwaway. But people in the sound off section are still trying to spell. One of the comments is just one guy just giving it a crack, going BLBLOO.
Mate, it's still the silly season. The silly season ends, everyone knows, at the end of Australia Day weekend. The
That's-
silly season goes
that's
from
true.
December 1st all the way to January 26th.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
It is good that we go, we'll do a
Still
great
in it.
episode. We'll go, we'd love to hear your feedback. And instead of being like, you should call the segment this, or here's an idea, instead a guy's just going to go, nah, I just want to try and nail the spelling of,
Yeah,
which is great. What a great community we have.
it is. I'll be getting a little silly this weekend. It's the Hottest 100 countdown. So first time I will have listened to radio since we last broadcasted,
Oh, yeah.
which will be interesting. Oh, probably since last Australia Day. First time I've listened to
Radio
already.
is struggling.
Yeah.
I think we may have escaped.
But what was I going to say?
We've got Darren Levy on next episode.
He is coming.
We are purchasing the Gucci ring, the Guest of the Year
Yes.
2021 ring that we will be showing him on the episode and let him hold, but he cannot wear it.
Yep.
So we're gonna grab that. That's that's a bit of budget that we've got from Patreon as well. So that's where that's going into Gucci's pocket.
Yeah, we just wanted to give it to like this upcoming small business. Like
Yeah.
we support small business on the show, so
Yeah.
we're going to Gucci and supporting that little underground hustle.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I was just gonna quickly say about one thing I've noticed that's still happening in the sound off section, which I love, is do you remember probably about a year and a half ago now, we wanted people to sound off a maximum of 5 times. Do you remember when we said like, because people were just, there was a bit on the show where people were just abusing this whole sound off thing. They were like, oh, if I ever thought while watching,
yeah, people would comment like every 5 minutes.
every 5 minutes and just like commenting all the thoughts. And it's like, that's great. We love engagement. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. It loses, sound offs lose their value after like the 5th one. So
Yeah.
I've still seen people ordering their sound offs going,
One
hey
of
boys,
5.
just sound off number 1. And then they'll
Yeah.
have the first thought. And then I've watched this happen. People will go edit their comment and then leave like a very spaced out what their thoughts on the episode were. And guys, I just want to say it's not going unnoticed.
We love
I'm
that.
still loving
Yeah.
seeing people do
It is
5
good.
concise sound offs per
Our
ep.
podcast is being treated like a live stream. Like people are leaving comments in real time. Because
Yes.
normally you watch a video and then you comment. People are like 5 minutes in. Like often what I'll see is I'll say something dumb and then people will go sound off. That was incorrect. And then this next sound off will be sounding off. Luke already corrected you. I take it back.
Yeah, people really like. People. It's like unsending messages on Facebook in a way.
Yeah.
People get a little too excited, which is great. But I enjoy.
I love
the
that.
fact that people watch it in real time and give their real time thoughts.
Yeah.
On the show.
So keep doing that. Sound off below. What did you think of the last 20 seconds? We'd love to know.
And even if you're an audio listener,
Yeah.
we'd encourage you to obviously
happens
listen
too.
to the audio. Maybe just like tag it with, "Hey guys, I'm sounding off. I'm an audio listener. Here's my 5 thoughts on the app."
You know, if you
Write
are
them in your notes on your phone. Copy paste it into YouTube later.
if you are an audio listener, just fucking open
Yeah.
up the notes app, tap, timestamp. What are we at? Like 50
Yeah.
minutes something?
I mean, it runs up the numbers for us, kills the watch time, but it runs
we
up the
love
numbers.
the engagement. It really does
Yeah.
help. And also, we've started changing things up. We're going to wrap up the episode soon, but we've started changing things up on Instagram, and the TikToks are now rolling again. We would love your feedback on the stuff that we're posting on Instagram. We're stepping up. Ruben's trying some new things. So are we. We're doing some reels now, some videos. If you really want to help us grow the show, that's what we want to do this year.
Dude,
Quarantine, there's
tell
no
a
obstacles.
friend.
Yeah, tell a friend.
If everyone got one friend to listen to it, our numbers would double next episode.
Yeah, literally. So tell a friend. This is how the show is going to grow. Podcasts rely on word of mouth, and that's you guys, and we really appreciate that. We really want to grow this show as big as it's going to be because we've got some really big things that are in the pipeline that we can't tell you about, and we want to make the show the biggest that it can be before and while it's all of that stuff starts rolling out. So we've started putting out short clips on Instagram. DM them to a friend. Just if we chuck something on, put it on your story. That's the best way you can
Be
help us
that
grow.
mate. Hey, bro, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Be
Send it.
that guy.
I do it all the time. I see something funny that a podcast posts, I'll shoot it to Luke.
I do it.
I love it. So do that for our stuff. We're trying to
I
make...
love trying to get my mates into my own interests.
Yeah.
Much to their restraint.
Yeah.
You know?
So we think this is a podcast that anyone can love. So we'd love for you guys to share it. We're going to end it there. Thank you so much. Support us on Patreon.
Just quickly, who's the next guest?
Darren.
Levy.
That's right. Do you reckon?
No, you're doing it wrong. You need to go.
You know Darren Levy.
Yeah,
Of
I've
course,
heard
he's
of
coming
him.
on the
Right.
show on Monday.
He's the Uber
Or Tuesday.
funny Uber rides guy.
Do you
I've
reckon
heard of
if he didn't have any drink left, he'd be called Baron Bevy?
He
I think he would actually.
Thank
he
you.
would.
Man, lukeandlewis5@gmail.com if
your
you
vids.
would like to send in
Yeah.
your do you knows.
Yeah.
Because we'd love to be reminded of people. We go, oh, we do know that person.
Yeah.
Although, it would be a shit one
Yeah.
if we didn't know them.
Oh, that'd be hopefully throughout all of our 4 brains, we should know most people.
But I reckon if someone said, do you know, and then they insert someone we don't know, we'd be like,
I actually
No, but we're happy to find out who they are and what they'd be if they did this.
Yeah.
Very good.
We're still happy to find out.
Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. We've got Darren Levy, banger episode, and there's heaps of exclusive content on Patreon if you want to help the show grow. If you want to support the show, if you want to help the show grow, DM a clip to your mate on Instagram.
Keelan wrote the word "come" on the whiteboard.
I just had it sitting here for Ruben to see.
Yeah, okay. That's enough.
Don't show Ruben you come at work, mate. Disgusting.
Gillen, why did you write it backwards?
Ooh, muck.
That's enough. Bye.